morning. Good morning, my beautiful people. Hold on, let me get my network together. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful people. What's up? I hope y'all ain't letting y'all yesterday be y'all today. Good morning, good morning, good morning. But y'all know I had to get on here and I got to talk to y'all for a while. Because it seemed like some of y'all be getting the real talk misinterpreted on when people say be real with yourself and speak your truth. Okay? And the reason why I have to go there with certain situations because some of y'all need to hear it. Y'all excuse my bundle, whatever. I ain't feel like doing that right now. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. We ain't worried about that. We got to get to this message that I'm trying to put out here. That some of y'all need to get interpreted in y'all head. That we got to take it there when it comes to certain situations. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. So, come on into the room. We got to have the real talk. You know, because it been a lot of stuff going on. It really have. It been a lot of stuff that's going on that have us so sidetracked. And we missing the point. And what some of y'all fail to realize, God say vengeance is his. Let's say that again for the people that's in the back. One thing that I have learned, that God said vengeance is his. No matter what somebody do to you in your life or whatever you've been brought through in your life, some stuff can be a lesson and it also can be a curse. But we also got to understand that it will spin back and come back again to you if you don't get it right. That's what I am interpreting from a lot of stuff by living as long as I have been, being blessed that God woke me up this morning, started me on my way, let me see another day, keep putting him first, you know what I'm saying, no matter the chaos that's going on around you. And I also have learned in certain situations that people don't talk about certain things that people hurted them or broke them or made them feel some type of way about. And I understand that I also have learned that a lot of people that need help won't seek counseling because they're afraid or they're embarrassed about some things that they need help with. I can't talk about nobody if I ain't looking myself in the mirror as using myself as my own reflection about certain storms I go through in my life on the strength of it ain't nobody's perfect. We all then went through storms and challenges in our life that we didn't want to face or we had to go through in our life. But the problem is what some of us got to understand is we can't come into people's life or born into certain people's life or came acquaintance with somebody in their life and you cross them out and you think that they supposed to forgive you some type of way or they supposed to interact with you some type of way or they supposed to go back to where y'all first started from. Because what some of y'all fail to realize is sometimes people leave y'all right where y'all had them messed up at, see. And what we got to understand is everything that we done been through in our life, the Bible is truly revealing itself. Everything that I get on this platform and I talk about, y'all are giving me exactly what I was talking about. The things that need to be broken. Generational cycle curses must be broken. We have to learn how to get along with one another, to get along without getting along sometimes, without backlashing at each other, without trying to tear each other down, without trying to uplift one another, without saying that I understand that you're going through a storm in your life. What is it that I can do or tell you to be able to help you in certain situations or what you're going through in your life? And I'm here to tell you, with some of y'all, I can't help you, sis. I can't help you, bro. Some of y'all got to understand that you got to get on your knees and ask God for forgiveness and give you a clean heart to knowing how, when you step in certain rooms, how to talk to people, how to maneuver, because this world will swallow you up and spit you out. It's not about materialistic things. Y'all missing the point. Money ain't gonna go to the grave with you. Cars, clothes, shoes, houses, none of that gonna go to the grave with you. The mind is a terrible thing to waste, man. And at the end of the day, what y'all fail to realize is, man, you got to be obedient. You got to treat people kind. You got to feed certain people out of long-handled spoon. He never told you to have hatred in your heart for people, talking about getting your lick back from people, because that condemns you. And some of y'all wondering why y'all don't go as far as y'all can go in y'all life, because y'all have certain people in y'all ears that's tearing you down, making you feel bad about your life goals or things that you want to accomplish in your life, what's going to make you happy. Why some of us are asking so much from people that we feel entitled to when we ain't even willing to give it to ourselves? Make it make sense to me. We always getting on these internets and we always tearing each other down, and we missing the bigger picture. I'm all for peace. I want to see my sister brothers laugh. I want to see the joy in their life. I'm tired of seeing divided families. I'm tired of everybody putting a color on this thing and acting like sin ain't real, and acting like spirits ain't real, and ain't acting like these people be the sheep, the wolves, and the ox. He wants you to pay attention to who these people are, so you know when you're going into this real world, you know what you got to face going through life itself. It ain't gonna get easier. It's gonna get harder and harder, but he gonna challenge you every step of the way, because whatever test that he try to put in front of you, it's up to you to succeed the test that he put in front of you. And it's a lot of us are failing. It's a lot of us are being tricked to the enemy and allowing us to pick up these phones, get on these internets, and tell each other down and act like we ain't got no sense, but we get mad at other people for calling us monkeys. We get mad at other people for calling us sheep, wolves, and the ox and the pigeons, when some of y'all be really giving these people something that they be looking for. It doesn't make no sense some of y'all have to be peasants. He said, love on your people in the midst of every storm you going through in your life. What we do is we get on these pages and the internets and we tell each other down. Oh, Lord, I done slept on a goddamn air bed before. I done slept on an air mattress, whatever y'all call it. I done did without everything that I got on this app, and I told you guys about what I've been through and what I experienced in my life. It reminds you, it triggers about what you gonna do, when you gonna do it, and how you gonna do it, because things gonna come back to you that you done got over, that you didn't experience in your life, and it's gonna come back to the front forth, and it gonna depends on what you gonna do with it. I don't have no hatred in my heart for people. I want to see all my people win. But what I refuse to do is tell my sisters and brothers down in the midst of my confusion what storm or season God got me in. It's all about uplifting one another for the people to understand that we all got to come together. It's not saying that you got to quit and you ain't got to throw in the towel, because we got a lot of people that still out here hurting, and they broken because they ain't forgive the people that wronged them or hurt them no type of way. Some of y'all have not been raised the right way. Some of y'all have not been brought up the right way. But at the end of the day, it ain't make you, kill you, or destroy you. Sometimes you got to get this thing right before your time is up. It ain't all about choosing sides when it comes to mess, because God don't bless no mess. And then when people feed into it, he only feeding the people that know that they ain't right, or knowing of if they are doing the same things of what they're doing. I know we want to lash out to people when people wrong us and they did us a certain type of way, but you got to understand, you got to forgive in your heart and get yourself together to have peace within self before you try to go approach somebody else and feel that they owe you something or not, if we gonna talk about it. This for the people that's in the back that's always got something to say, that's always talking about what she's talking about now, or who she's talking about now. It ain't got no face on this thing, man. Because a lot of people, masses, are coming off about who they really are. It exposes people for who they really are. He only showing you. So when he show you who people really are, now you'll know how to deal with certain people. Now you won't be so offended about when people say little things about you. Now you know how to look yourself in the mirror and say, me, myself, and I can take accountability for my wrongdoing, if I wrong somebody some type of way. But the problem with some of y'all is y'all can't stand the fact that people tell y'all no. When people done poured and poured and poured into you, and they done ran out from pouring and pouring and pouring into you, trying to carry you. And if they see that you don't want to do that for yourself, why should they be so open on to a person that ain't even willing to put in the work? A lot of y'all be wanting things handed to you, but you don't want to do the work. We talking about it though. That ain't gonna make you shine with condemning yourself, imprisoning your own self in your mind about your thoughts because you can't get it together, because some of y'all still adolescent and some of y'all still blaming your mama, your daddy, your sisters, your brother, your cousin, your aunties, your significant other about the things that you're going through in your life or what you allow. Some of y'all go through certain things with what you going through, and some of y'all couldn't help how y'all was brought up or how you was taught, because everybody ain't come from the best of the best, baby. I can get on here and I can tell you some stories that a lot of people be real mad about telling, but it ain't make me, it ain't break me, it didn't destroy me. But yes, it had me going 1,000 miles per hour and then wanted me to throw in the towel, wanted me to get up. It was all that heavy weight and load on me and problems that wasn't never my problem. Yes, ma'am, it was. Yes, sir, it was. But at the end of the day, when you get yourself together in your life and you know who you are and you know if you stand for something, some things that certain people go through in their life, you ain't gonna tolerate it. And it's okay not to tolerate certain things that people try to bring to you. If it hurted you or it made you feel some type of way and you know a person supposed to treat you better than how some of them treat you, then sis, you know. Then sis, you, bro, you know. Some of y'all need to quit looking back. Remember they talked about that lady with the, if she looked back, she turned to a pillar of salt, a stone. She looked back after he told her, don't never look back on the stuff that hurted you or broke you or made you feel some type of way. And even if you do look back and you're reflecting over your life or what you'd have been through in your life, you should take that as a reward of saying that, guess what? You still acknowledge who God is, even in the midst of your storms that you going through. Hell, it's plenty of times I couldn't afford this and do that. I still had to get it out of the mud. I ain't blame nobody for my default or what I had going on, but I found myself criminating myself to feel like certain people was entitled to do that because they was related to me or because they was in my circle or not. I don't have to do that. If I'm gonna bless somebody, I'm gonna bless somebody because that's what I want to do and that's what God put on my heart to do. I would never not sit around here and say I'm gonna bless somebody because some people made me feel some type of way, because every blessing ain't for everybody. Every lesson ain't for everybody. The reward is getting it right. Getting it right. I don't want to argue with my sisters and brothers. I don't want to air out my sisters and brother dirty laundry. I don't want to air out my cousins and my mama and my daddy dirty laundry or my significant dirty laundry. I only brought out the hurt that you made me feel. But guess what? I ain't come to social media with certain things. I ain't put a name on certain things that I had a conversation about. I was just trying to get my people to understand that you ain't the only one been through a storm and you ain't gonna be the last. The last gonna be first and the first gonna be last. And at the end of the day, I would never knock another man or another woman blessing to what they got going into their hands, because maybe it's something that you need to get right with self. Maybe your blessings will start coming. But I can't say here and say maybe, because God got a plan for all of us. God wants us to acknowledge who we are, and we need it for us to stand for something, and let us understand that you don't need to go for everything that you see. You don't need to go for everything that you hear. You don't need to go and be a fool and sucker for this and a sucker for that when he's trying to get you to move out of certain rooms that he ain't never placed you in. You placed it on yourself because the fact of the matter is you want to do it your way. Now I'm talking to somebody. See, now I'm at your front door because you looking at the phone, but you don't like, you don't share. But when it's some drama, but when it's some positive, you don't tap into that. See, because a lot of y'all is low vibrational, see? There they go. A lot of y'all is low vibration, and a lot of y'all still got a little hate in y'all heart, and y'all don't know how to forgive nobody. But if you don't forgive nobody and you don't move on forward in your life, you condemning yourself. You damning your own light. Because the enemy will give you something too. But guess what? You got to understand that you got to give something back. But God ain't going to allow no more to happen to you the way he want to happen to you, to pull you up out of it. But he do want you to do some of the work. How are we teaching our kids? How are we teaching the people that's coming up when we all acting like a fool? And then I can't say, oh, I want to look up to this person or look up to that person because this person got a lot of bad habits that might condemn me in the near future or make me feel like I need some mental health issues or get some medicine, because the people that are having a problem and having an issue, because some that were down the line, we used to people picking us up. We used to people carrying us. We used to still having that tit in our mouth. We used to not to have that nurture, but you're trying to go out here and get the nurture from the wrong people. See, we talking about it, see, sis. See, we talking about it, see, bruh. At the end of the day, bruh, no matter what you go through in your life, don't you never give up. Don't you never throw in the towel. And that's why sometimes the enemy is mad, because he'll put so much stuff on you. I feel good this morning. Do y'all not know? I woke up today, baby. I thought I had aches and pains last night. Couldn't sleep. Got up early and everything. But the Lord, sometimes Lord can put certain people in position to come and talk to some of my people, to get them to understand no matter what storm you go through in your life, always understand that it's another blessing at the end of the tunnel. It's always going to be a blessing at the end of the tunnel. And what some of y'all fail to realize is y'all love to get on these places and talking about, oh, a mother want a mother, or a father want a father, or a sister want a sister, or a cousin want a cousin, or a significant other wasn't a significant other. Sometimes you got to handle certain things in the own privacy of your home and repent within yourself for what you did wrong, instead of you want to point out everything that everybody else doing because you want to blame somebody for something that you know you supposed to been got up and walked away from. See, we talking about it. See, we talking about it. See, I got time today. See, see. See, I woke up and I feel good. See, I know in the mornings and tell certain people, I love you, I care for you, I want to see you make it, I want to see you elevate. Sis, I'm glad that you ain't let that storm that you going through in your life dictate for who you is as a person. Hey, bro, I'm glad that you ain't throwing that towel when they put your back against the wall when you supposed to not crash. Hey, significant other, hey, keep your head up, young man. You lost that job, but you know you can go out there and get another one. Hey, sometimes you know that sometimes you walk in certain rooms, sometimes you got to change how you walk into certain rooms, because maybe it's something that you're doing wrong, or maybe if it's something that you got to change your demeanor on. Maybe it's sometimes some of us got to be careful with these tongues, because sometimes you can convict yourself because your tongue is very powerful. Things that you predict, things that you say out your mouth, and then when they happen, don't feel no certain type of way. And you wonder why you sick laying in a hospital bed, and you burnt up and bad all out of shape, and you wonder why God put us, some of us, in the positions of what we in. And if he said he got grace for us, why are we sitting around here? Why are we sitting around here not wealthy? Why are we sitting around here ain't got the best home? Why are we sitting around here ain't got the best car? Why? Because if he gave it to you, some of y'all ain't gonna do right, and y'all gonna lose as soon as he give it to you, because some of y'all so high-headed because y'all worried about what Tom, Dick, and Harry got to say. We talking about it though. You do what's best for you. If something telling you to get up and you move, that's just what you do. If something telling you stop listening to everybody telling you, girl, why you going so far out of town? You know you don't know nobody. Nobody don't know you. Then I was you. I wouldn't do that. Girl, I wouldn't go get that job because they don't pay enough money with that. Hey, girl, I wouldn't do that because I ain't working for nobody that gonna give me this and give me that. Sometimes you got to start from somewhere because sometimes it's a reason why certain doors open up for you because sometimes he just wants you to go in and pay attention. Go in and pay attention. Because sometimes some of y'all be worried about some of these women, why they fathers, or some of their kids, because some of them don't have the criteria to be a father. Some of them ain't built for to be a father. Some of them still mad if they daddies and they mamas of their own childhood, so they're not going to raise their child better than what they were because they know that, guess what? I got to do it before they do it. Or I got to get to it before they get to it. I gotta self-sabotage them because they don't want me. So I'm gonna make sure that nobody else don't get to them because I gotta sabotage them to make them look bad for me to feel good. But how do you feel when you lay down at night when you wrong do somebody and your tongue is very powerful and you speak ill will over people? How you figure your tongue gonna do what? Some of y'all got hatred towards y'all family members that y'all ain't forgave certain people and did not walk away. It ain't for everybody, it's for you. I love to see my people come around, even if I don't like some of their ass. But get what? I can say what I'm gonna say and leave it at that. I ain't got to be pulling out nobody's hair. I ain't got to be pulling out no weapons. I ain't got to make sure I want to see it and get it in blood. I ain't got to do none of that. If we gonna have a conversation, I love you too, sis. If we gonna have certain conversations, man, we got to understand that you got to love on who love on you. And even in the midst of if they don't love on you, still love them anyway, but I ain't got to deal with you. Because certain people and certain rooms I go in and certain conversations certain people have, I look at body language. I look at how you really feel. I look because at the end of the day, certain things some of y'all say out y'all mouth don't even make sense to me if we gonna talk about it. And we literally gonna get on these apps and we gonna talk about one another. We gonna have a real talk, but the real talk ain't here for to tear nobody down, make nobody look bad. The real talk is all about let somebody need to hear that's going through, that want to get out of the struggle that they want to get out of, that we not gonna bash nobody. We not gonna tear nobody down. We gonna show them who God is and knowing that God is real and he's still working on me in the midst of everything that I lost or everything that somebody tried to take from me. Because guess what he said? If you lost that, that means that one month meant for you to have. If you gained that, I gave you that because you deserve that. I'm rewarding you for every trouble, every struggle, every hurt, every sleepless night, every meal, every thought that you had in your mind that you didn't desire that I was real. But when you got on your knees to understand that I was the God that I said that I am, and everything that you said that you wanted, you gonna get it. You ain't got to sit around with bad health. You ain't got to sit around how you going to get your next meal. You ain't got to sit around why you ain't got no dollar in your pocket. It's a hustle as long as you good with your hands. If it's selling paper, if it's selling candy apples, if it's where you want to go lay on your back, which that ain't right. I ain't telling you to go do that now. Hey, let's not get that misconstrued. I ain't telling you to do that. But each is to his own. But at the end of the day, some of y'all get angry because people want y'all to do it the right way. It ain't for them, it's for you. Let me help you, help you. But if you can't help you, help me, help you, then what we talking about? What's up, my beautiful people? Time steady going on and on and on and on and on and passing us by. And we still on this mud with all this chaos and confusion to get us sidetracked on what really is the plan. Man, y'all got to break some of these chains for real. Some of y'all keep on tugging and tugging and tugging to where it gonna darn near drag you if you don't stop. Life gonna be lifing with you or without you. And at the end of the day, all of us should leave here. All of us gonna leave here. We all gonna die. That's just what it is. That's just how it got to go. The same way we was born into this world, we got to leave this world. So enjoy the moments of while you can. Accept some of the challenges that you're going through in your life and use them as a tool. Everything that people get on these apps and they tell y'all sometimes because they platform ain't big, because they ain't bigger than the next person. But I'm really is bigger than the program because I know some information that you thought that I didn't know, and I'm up here with it. Because it's spiritually, that's why. And sometimes you don't even know why God put certain tests on you to be able to speak to the people and talk to the people, or saying that don't listen to some of this foolish that certain people got going on, because it ain't nothing but a bunch of chaos, and it's going to have you so sidetracked, and you will be so much investigating in other people's problems that don't got nothing to do with you. Now you done put that burden in your life. Now you done woke up the monsters again about what you done experienced in your life, or what you went through, or why you done broke ties with people, or why you don't deal. All this stuff only doing nothing but repeating itself over and over again. When are we going to say enough is enough and we put in the work? And stop asking other people to put in the work, and get you some people that's willing to help you get in position, not saying that they gonna do it all. But some of y'all problem is y'all so quick to tell a person, I ain't asking nobody for shit. I ain't asking nobody to do nothing for me. Do this, do that. I appreciate everybody that came into my life to help me get through some of the storms that I'd have been through in my life. Pray for me on days that I ain't even think that my prayer was answered. Pray for me and have my back when I walk out them doors, when I ain't even pray for myself. I thank God for the people that videos and quotes and hymns that they put out there for me, because I learned from it. It showed me that it's a better way in life than live off sorrow and misery and hurt and pain and discretion. It feels good to feel good. That you can wake up and thank God that you got breath in your body and you can see another day, because somebody didn't wake up this morning, sis. Somebody didn't wake up this morning, bruh. Find you a skill. Find you something safe to do. If we gonna talk about it. The problem with some of us, we keep on carrying everybody else and waiting on the approval. So for certain people that we don't even have to ask them for their approval. As long as you know you're doing right by God, God gonna approve everything that you do. As long as you're walking in his footsteps of how he wants you to do it. When we want to go out here and decide when we want to do certain things, that's a lot of times, that's why some of us get hurt. Because we be trying to go ahead and let me go handle them real quick. God, I don't need you to do in this because I want to be devilish today. So when that day you want to be devilish, what about when he took his hands off you and let the devil have you? So now what reward you going to give to the enemy? Or are we talking about it, see? See, or are we talking about it, see, bruh? The problem is we got to learn how to be obedient. We really do. We literally got to learn how to be obedient. Everything that's going on, man, it's a challenge. It's so much a challenge. And it's so hard not to engage. It's so hard not to have your opinion. It's so hard not to feel the way that you feel. But baby, I feel the way everybody feel. And it's sad when you feel the way that everybody feel and you know that it ain't right. That's what some people cry out for. Because we want you to get it right. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard. It gets so hard sometimes, because if I wanted to blame certain people for some of the things that they did to me, I would have been off with their head a long time ago. But they pain and they suffering already themselves because they don't know how to move on. They don't. It's draining to other people to see a lot of chaos and controversy over each other when we're supposed to love each other. We're supposed to care for one another. We're supposed to want to see each other shine. I want to see you make it. Even if it ain't doing what I'm doing, you still is surviving and trying and do the work. A lot of us don't want to do the work. Stop dividing families. Who the hell told y'all that was right? Who told y'all, some of y'all, how y'all do each other is right? But you get mad at the next person because they call you out on your fluke. But I tell people all the time, if you're going to call me out on something, don't get mad if my response be different than your response. Don't be mad. But I ain't got to go for blow with some of y'all. Sometimes quiet as kept speaks volumes. Everything ain't meant for expression and a reaction. Some stuff you ain't even got to say that to nobody about at all. Quiet as kept. Sometimes it's good to move in silence. Because sometimes when you tell people your move, they ready to go bite on what you got going on and say they built you, they made you, or you wouldn't get in the position that they was in. I talked about this, see? And ain't nobody had to put nothing in my ear. This is a conversation that Ben had. When I came up with the real talk, I came up with real talk 6 years ago. I'm trying to build me something because I had to reassure myself to heal myself, even in the midst of message that I'm sending some of y'all. I'm still working on me. It ain't easy. It is not easy. But you got to keep fighting though, sis. You got to keep fighting though, bruh. Today ain't the day to be get on these apps, climb to one another, tearing each other down when these folks are already working to try to destroy you. Bad enough, COVID didn't destroy you when they put somebody here to try to kill you. And he still gave you life. He still allowed you to fall through the storm. But yet we complaining. And we all got the same 24 hours in a day. And we gonna talk about it. The problem what he got with a lot of us, we starting too much confusion. We letting the enemy win. And it ain't working over here. He better find somebody else to do it. Because that's exactly what he doing. Some of us, we literally fall in the trap of the enemy. Some of us literally fall in the trap. Y'all don't think gospeling is a sin? Y'all don't think putting them bottles up to your mouth a sin? Y'all don't think talking too much is a sin? You don't think when your pillow talking and you ain't married it's a sin? You don't think that if you sit around tearing everybody else down, it ain't a sin? You don't think if you doing low down stuff that it ain't gonna come back to you? You don't think that's a sin? You think if you go out here and pew somebody down or stab somebody, you going to heaven? I'm not here to judge you, bruh. I'm not here to judge you, sis. But stop making excuses of why you down. Stop making excuses of why she down, or he down, or him or her, or whatever the situation may be. Because a lot of us don't want to take accountability. We want somebody to blame. And it ain't right. There's a lot of stuff that I've been seeing on these apps, and I ain't said a word because it ain't right. He didn't just say, oh, it's going to be this and it's going to be that and it's going to be easy and it's going to be walk in the park. He didn't tell you that. Because when you're doing something right, it's going to be small devil, big devil, little devil, medium-sized devil, grand bam, devil. But if he said, if you give it to me, though, man, it's a lot of stuff that I literally had to give it to that man because I had to take my hands off certain things because I was about to shake. I be wanting to shake somebody. I be wanting to zoom. I be wanting to do a lot when I want to get my frustration out of the way. But he showed me it's a better way than how to handle every situation. If we gonna talk about it. So stop getting on these apps and think nobody else don't feel what somebody else feel. Stop getting on these apps reminding somebody of some of the storms that they didn't went through and that they didn't heal from. See, it don't bother certain people no more because they got their own full understanding with that man up there. So they blessed regardless. So whatever you say about them, whatever you put out here in the universe, it's going to get back to you tenfold anyway. That's why I tell some of y'all to keep y'all foot on their neck. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't telling you to keep your foot on their neck about giving in and scoot right to their level. That's what some of y'all missed the point in. Sometimes some people show you for things happen and tell you, and then when it come to you, you should have knew how to way another way to maneuver. But no, you fell into the trap, sis. You fell into the trap, bruh. Now we got all this going on, but nobody still focused on God. Regardless if you go to church, regardless whoever church you go to, you better get your own prayer closet, go in the room, get your Bible, turn the light on, get your candle, whatever. But give him some of your time. Because he under attack. But here's the question though. Here's the thing though. He's under attack, but get what? We here to fight. We it's not if you buck, you know what I'm saying? Stand for something. Some of y'all get mad at people because they standing for something. That's what you supposed to do. You supposed to stand for something. You standing for you. And whatever you carry and bring along with you, they gonna stand for themselves. So you ain't gonna have no problem with standing with them because they gonna help you help them stand together. We all can eat. I keep telling some of y'all he finna prepare a table for some of your enemies to sit at. And we gonna have to chop it up and we gonna have to sit down and we gonna have to make it do what it's due. At the end of the day, everybody ain't meant to go. And some of the ones that's at the table gonna have to go. Allow people to walk out of your life instead of keep on spinning the block. Sometimes people give people exactly what they saying and how they feel, and it ain't got to be nothing that nobody told them. They just feel it in their gut. That's why I be knowing when people talk about me, I feel it in my gut, man. My stomach get to be balling up like I get sick all of a sudden when bad energy come around you. That's why I get up and remove myself. Low vibrational. You can feel it. Some people that don't feel it because they the problem. Every sign that man shows you who ain't for you, who against you, who trying to self-sabotage you, who lying on your name and speaking on you in rooms that you ain't never been in. It ain't nothing nobody. See, all the people don't know that is the chosen ones. See, there they go. See, they forgot about us. See, we ain't the ones in the wool clothes and the sheep clothes and the nice clothes like they think. See, we just average people. We don't mean nothing to them. See, but what they fail to realize is the ones that you look down on, baby. Maybe he put me on here to tell you something that you were going through today and whatever thought that you were going through and whatever decision you need to make it and do it the right way. Stop asking people if you should do this and you should do that. Go do it. Stop getting other people approval. That's why I tell people all the time, y'all be thinking y'all be making some people mad. Y'all don't be making nobody mad. I use that made me stronger. When people lied on me, talked about me, tried to downgrade me, put dirt on my name, try to make me feel like I wasn't loved enough, made me feel like that I was in this world by myself, man, I'm going to tell you what God can do. Small as a mustard seed. Everybody ain't built for this. Everybody ain't built for this. It's all gas and no brakes in this season. Because seasons don't last always, baby. It's all gas and no brakes. Whatever you desire. See, this just for educational purpose only. This just for to get and wake my kings and queens up to ensure them that I'm proud of you, sis. I'm proud of you, bruh. Keep going, bruh. Keep going, sis. Even though the storm is you going through what you're going through, it's only for a season due to a season of a lifetime. It's all about what you endure. It's all about what you're going to tolerate. It's all about what you put your hands into. It's all about what rooms and doors you're going to go open because some rooms and doors ain't meant to go in. Not saying that it ain't your time, it ain't your season. It just went for me because it's a lot of us took some L's. Let's just be real. But you thought that there was some L's. You thought that there was some else. Know why some of them thought that it was some else? Because I let you have that. See. They weren't ready, see. They wasn't ready. They wasn't ready. See, a lot of losses actually turned to some people win. Because a lot of y'all thought that people that lost out on people in places of things. and materialistic. They didn't. They let you have it because they got on their knees and they prayed to God and told God to remove that spirit of them from doing something to you when they thought that you played them a certain type of way and their reaction was different than how your reaction was. See, you thought that they didn't care because they didn't say nothing because they moved in silence. Now that you're offended, now you let me see that monster that was within you all along, but I had to allow you to show yourself. Because God told me to let you show yourself. They ain't ready for it today, see? They ain't ready. They ain't ready. They ain't ready. They need to go back and sit down. They ain't ready. They ain't learned the assignment yet, Lord. They ain't ready yet. They still got a lot more healing to do. They still need you to work on them some more because the things that people didn't endure to our ancestors, it ain't nothing that we ain't gonna go through. We done been through it. We done came out of it. Now what you gonna do? It's all about keeping it. Because I know it ain't gonna go to the grave with me. I'm just enjoying it while I got it. It feels good to live good. It feels good not to have no worry. It feels good not to sit there and don't know how you're going to pay the next bill, how you're going to pay your car note, how you're going to pay your rent, how you're going to pay your water bill, how you're going to pay your cable bill. It feels good, don't it, when you in your own and you ain't got to answer to nobody. Nobody ain't got to tell you to come and go as you please. It feels good, don't it? It feels good when you ain't sleeping on the couch and you ain't got to worry about, I got to settle with this till I'm able to do what I need to do. It feels good, don't it? See, it feels good when you give yourself some space and peace of mind to have peace within self, to knowing who you will. Because guess what I do all the time? I look myself in the mirror and say, me, myself, and I am her. I am my own reflection. I know how to look myself in the mirror. I know how to take accountability. I know how to stand on our 10. Even in the midst of things that y'all try to break me with, I'm still popping. I'm still shaking. I'm still elevating. I still got a glow about myself. I still got the armor. I still carry the sword. Because some of y'all is just being ripped to slices. Every wall shall break. Every knee shall kneel. Uh-oh. Every knee shall kneel. So no matter what I say or how they say, vengeance ain't yours. You let God deal with that, see, bruh. You let God deal with that, see, because we got a lot of hurt in the inside because we want to figure out some stuff that we can't figure out, and we question ourselves of why we didn't do enough, or why didn't we step in, or why you ain't put me there. That ain't your fault, bruh. That ain't your fault, sis. He can't hinder you and have you down for so long for something that you didn't create. We be beating ourselves up about things that we didn't create in our life. Some stuff he's not going to give us the answer to, because some stuff, if we gave it to him, we have to let him handle that, see? So for me to get on the internet and get sidetracked with everybody, oh, I don't like my mama. Oh, I don't like my daddy. Oh, I don't like my sister. Oh, I don't like my cousin. Oh, I don't like my neighbor. Yeah, it's a lot of y'all helpers I don't like for real, but that don't mean I don't love you and I don't care for you. That don't mean I don't want to see you grow. That don't mean I don't want to see you elevate. I don't mean that I want to sit out here and watch you be sprung out, sitting on the streets and act like you ain't got nothing, and act like nobody ain't have no love for you, because a lot of us want to be disrespectful, disobedient, don't want to listen. Nobody can't tell us nothing because of who it coming from. That's why. Why somebody else got to say some order for you to believe what the person told you that been in your face every day. Why somebody got to believe that endured that same hurt that you endured and told themselves, I ain't gonna go through this no more. I'm tired. I'm not going through this. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. No, no, no. Yeah, maybe. You be thinking people be mad for real about materialist stuff. Some do now. I can't hold you. Babe, I'm worried about this soul up in here. I'm worried about when things ain't going the way that I want to go. And if it make my spirit ball up some kind of way in the inside, I got to do something about it, baby. I'm not going to sit down and cry all day. and dope myself up, drink myself to death, eat myself to death. I'm not gonna do none of that, baby. I'ma still take care of myself. I'ma still get up. I'ma still go about my everyday life, and I'ma make ends meet the best way I can. And whatever poverty or whatever y'all want to say that I come up out of or where I come from, it don't matter. I made it out. I did that. We be in prison, they not ourselves. Y'all be talking about, people be talking about physical bars. Nobody ain't talking about no physical bars, because I'm talking about them bars that's going on in your brain cell that keeping you convicted. That's what I be talking about. Your mind, it be your mind going 1,000 miles per hour. If my baby mama hurt me or not, or if my baby daddy hurt me or not, or if my sister hurt me or not, or if my significant other, my sneaking link hurt me or not, or if they gonna expose me or not, or if they gonna use my past against me or not. Man, some stuff y'all gotta stop worrying about. For real. That do that stop you from sleeping at night? Maybe some, but not me. Sometimes it be my thoughts for me, because I have multiple things going on in this goddamn brain. And sometimes I be have to stop myself to slow down. Some of y'all moving too fast. Slow down. Some of y'all moving too fast and need to slow down and pay attention to what's in front of you. Because we're gonna have some stumbling blocks that come into our life. But we got to still keep pushing it until our time is up at the end of the day. No matter what I said, no matter what they said, or she said, he said, at the end of the day, you're doing it for you. So you know you're going to be proud of yourself. I'm accomplish everything that I need to accomplish for me. Not because of nobody else. It's going to be because that's what Cassandra want to do. It's going to be for what I want to do. What's up? What's up?
What's up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Your screen black, I think.
Dang.
Probably on my end.
You so crazy.
But
All
yeah.
good.
But yeah, I had to run that conversation back about what we was talking about. You feel me?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had to run that back. I'm trying to see why the light ain't
Yes,
on.
friend.
There you go. We had to run
Friend,
that back, friend.
you going in this morning, friend.
No, because the truth got to be out there. It got to be. It got to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they get certain stuff interpreted. They think when they put a lot of mess on something, people gonna get distracted by it. No, sometimes you bother something in somebody else's spirit that's gonna get on and still tell you the right thing to do. Even in the midst of your storms that you're going through.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Mhm. You right. You right. You
So
sure
when we
right,
when,
friend.
when we talk about situations about growing up, hell, I like that some of the po meals. You know what I'm saying? I still eat my oodle noodles and my Vienna sausage and my, you know what I'm saying, and hot dogs if I want them.
Yeah.
I ain't ate what? I ain't ate sauce meat in years, but baby, I was crazy about it.
We all
It ain't
started
it
from
ain't like
somewhere.
how some of us come up. Even if I was like this, even if our parents and stuff like that, or people we've been around want the best of the best, we ain't always go around no messed up people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was always somebody that had their stuff in order to be able to move around without feeling like if people gonna talk about you or not, or if they gonna joke on you about or not, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't too much was the person that had low self-esteem anyway coming up for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't felt like nobody was a threat to me. You get what I'm saying? I ain't felt like nobody was no threat to me because it could be something they did or said that make, turn me off from you anyway. So it don't even really matter to me what you do.
Right.
You get what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
Because you could have watched how they treated somebody else. See,
Correct.
you
I
gotta
can
watch.
literally,
Yes.
correct. I can
Yep.
literally sit
Yes.
here and watch a person how they treat somebody else to determine what type
Mhm.
of relationship they
Person
gonna have
they.
with me.
Right. 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 Right.
So if you can cross somebody out that's your blood, or if they somebody that been around you that ain't never crossed you, what you think you gonna do to me? I'm gonna be like a peon to you.
Mhm.
People think because you did stuff for them in your life, they done got over on you. No, I did it because I know you really needed it.
What you said? Remember what you said earlier, friend? You said every loss, every L wasn't an L. I
Okay,
did it. I did it because God told I was being obedient. I was just trying to help somebody. Because when you help, we all know if you help somebody else, you get a blessing in return. So every
correct.
L wasn't an L.
Every L one no L.
Right.
And,
Right.
and and the people that's still suffering inside is still suffering. Them the ones that's being loud and boldly.
Mm.
Because he said he was gonna send his people out the woodwork when you come and try to attack his anointed.
Mhm.
Some people you gotta understand, oh, it's somebody riding with her. Oh, it's somebody riding with him now.
Mhm. Yep.
And guess what? The ones that you least expect riding for them for real. Don't get it twisted.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna sit around and don't say nothing if I see my friend getting dragged through the mud.
Yep.
I'm not gonna sit around and not, if you offended me some type of way and not say nothing. I'm not gonna sit, but that was the old me, see. Now I just look at you and remove myself and don't say nothing at all. Cause guess what? Everybody don't
Right.
deserve an
A
explanation.
reaction. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody and everything does not deserve a reaction.
Correct.
That's it. I mean, that's it. That's it. That's it. Yeah.
Everybody don't. So if you mad at me about the glow that's on my life and what God got a plan for me, you need to take that up with him, not me. You need to take that up with him. But I forgot some of them don't know him. See, or see, now we got to reassure them or know about who he is and what he can bring.
Hmm.
He is all about love, peace, and joy and happiness and self-love. It's the best love. He
Love. Yeah.
did say, vengeance is mine. He did say liars and thieves and conniving people. Let him deal with that.
Right. Yep.
Everything ain't your burden.
Mhm.
You can change the cycle, but you got to be willing to do the work.
Yeah. Remember we were talking about that earlier. People, we was talking about, because we really are real life friends, been knowing each other for years. We started work together. Our very first job was together. We worked together. That's where we met. But we were talking about that earlier. How everything, every situation you've been in your life was a lesson. It was a lesson. And you people don't know a lot of the things that you survived, the sacrifice, but God made a way. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So, and
People
same
want to
here for
come back and
me,
spin the
definitely for
block.
me.
Why you
Yeah.
stop talking to this person? Why you stop talking to that person? I ain't gotta tell you why I stop talking to somebody. Just know I don't deal with them. Why I gotta
Everything in
explain to
everybody
you?
business. Yeah, everything
Everything
in
ain't about
everybody business. That's it.
correct.
That's it.
Just know I went through some stuff that I didn't like.
Hmm. And you know what? I think we need to start it. What people need to start doing. Your friendship with somebody may be different than my friendship with
Right.
somebody, or my experience with somebody, or my encounter with this person. It may have been different. I might not have had the same encounter that you had with this person. So my feelings and my thoughts may be from what off of what I based off of what how I experience this person, not
Right.
you, because everybody is experienced differently, and you
They
can't
are.
tell nobody how to experience you. I can't tell nobody how to experience me. I can't tell nobody how to experience you.
And then I can't go back and tell nobody if somebody wronged you, to teach them how to come back in front of you and you snake them again.
Right.
So
But
if I forgive this person and I let this person back in my life and they do the same thing, oh, that my fault too?
right. Because, see, the thing about it, I know for me, I'm big on principle. If I gave you one chance to get close to me and anything happen, I can forgive. Because God, like we said, because God says forgive, but you can't get close again. I'm very anyway. People can't get to. I'm very very particular, very particular, very, and that's just what it is.
You got to have certain conversations like this. See, some people, they be want to get on here for likes and views and clicks and get a check, this and that. Good with
Mhm.
your arts and crafts. Be creative with your arts and crafts. I'm not telling you not to do that. But you got to be mindful of certain arts and crafts or creation that you put out here in the atmosphere. Because it
Yeah,
follows you. You
yeah.
get what I'm saying? Nobody don't too much know about me unless it's somebody that been in my circle that can be able to tell
Amen.
it.
Amen. Same here. Amen. Amen. And I don't, one more thing though I did want us to talk about. I don't know. I hope it's okay if I. But this was such a word, and I feel like I don't know. How far this will make it, but I want a woman. But definitely, to hear this. You remember we was talking about how a lot of people say out in the world, oh, give when the boys get a certain rate, give them to their daddy, and you
Hmm.
know, uh, don't you know what I'm saying? Don't let you know what I'm saying. Let the no. It's not always true for all the women out there that are raising children, and you're doing it on your own and stuff like that, and people may be saying, oh, get no, that's not always the truth. I wish they could know like more about your story, and what I'm saying, and then what sacrifice things, like challenges and things that you face and stuff like that, they would understand that that is not true.
No, that's not true because I can say this personally for me, speaking it from experience. I thought when I was coming up that was a good idea. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still not going to take it back because it still was a good idea for me because it was only right for me on my end. You feel me? I'm going to say
Hmm.
that because I have seen coming up a lot of fathers and mothers raising kids by themselves. And I also seen a lot of stepfathers in the house with single mothers helping raising their kids from a man that created seed, but isn't present. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So I was the type coming up, I didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted the father figure to interact with the kid and teach the kid how to be a young man and stuff like that, teach him the do's and the don'ts or whatever. But it backfired because when the child got to a certain age and the child became rebellious, then the father turned around and put it on me, if that make any sense.
But you didn't raise them. You didn't raise them, though, right?
Correct. I raised him till he got at least 8 years old. But I always was involved in his life. I always went and seen him. I always went and looked out for him. I always got him what he need. But it wasn't about the materialistic things. It was about the time that I got mad about. When it's my time, I don't want you to turn me away from my child because my child ain't got nothing to do with our relationship. And I
Hmm.
think the problem was with me fighting from putting the kids in a relationship to where it still end up the kids being in the relationship because it made the child suffer to a certain extent. So I blame myself for some of that because I could have handled certain situations better. But only
Hmm.
reason I couldn't handle it better because I was only trying to protect myself during that time. So
Yeah.
my only way I felt like was right is going to the white folks and asking them for some help with getting visitation time and for him, me and him to have the same equal right. But at the same time, getting them involved still it wasn't the best for your kids because there you go, children are divided from a two-parenting household again for something that we
Hmm.
came up on that I was trying to avoid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Me as being a young girl or seeing myself, ooh, by the time I get 28, I'm gonna be married. I'm gonna have my two kids. Whoop the whoop, whoop the whoop. I'm gonna have
Yep.
this. And guess what?
All those things that you envision,
Correct.
you know. Yeah,
So
yeah.
everything that I envisioned, it came true. But I wasn't willing to accept certain offers that was given to me. Such as I wasn't gonna go and marry a man that I felt like wasn't really a man material for me, for my standards. So I can
Mhm.
blame me to a certain extent because I knew I was worthy enough for this man to perform everything that I needed him to perform, and I still do my part, if that make any sense.
Mhm.
I wasn't never a spiteful baby mama until man started being spiteful to me. You get what I'm saying? And even then, with man being spiteful to me, I tried my best not to give that same energy back to man. Because I knew I couldn't compete with man. I knew I wasn't finna go get my lick back from this man and that man, lay on my back, this, that, and third. I got with people that I saw potential in. I saw that I can build from. You get what I'm saying? I ain't just all saw bad from this man. I saw a person that when I was going through storms and I was having some little rebellious moments coming up, it was the uplift for me.
Yeah.
It
Cause
was
you and I'm glad you brought that up. Everybody gotta remember in relationships, you gotta remember the good times and the bad times.
correct,
Oftentimes people talk about all the dark times and all the but for you to have been with a person, it had to been some good well. So you gotta
correct.
remember to talk about the sunshine,
Because
the dark,
you
the
are
dark
who you
times
lay
too.
down with. You are
Yeah,
who you
it's
lay
on
down with.
you. Oh,
So
yeah.
I
Even
took it
though,
as
I
a grain
mean,
of
even
salt.
though, and I add to that, you don't, you got to take time to get to know a person. Cause you're right, you are who you like, because we're all adults, people make decisions, but you got to take time to learn a person, and then those first things that you don't see or like about a person, it's best to act on those things and go ahead and, what I'm saying, do what you need to do, because you waiting around trying to see, if that's probably not. But still,
But
everything's a lesson. You gotta
correct.
talk. Everybody's been in bad relationships, they've been in good relationships. And at this, but right now I feel like in 2026, I feel like more people need to be really focusing on their mental health and just striving to be a better person,
Correct.
for themselves, getting closer to God. Like you mentioned, I was able to watch a little bit, of your live or whatever, before I got on, because you called me earlier this morning just to tell me, good morning, and be a blessing to your friend, which, what I'm saying. So I definitely told you I would definitely come on. But yeah, people gotta get their self right first. I
Correct.
think that is the biggest thing. Make sure with self. Like, a lot of times, you gotta be out living the world and being able to do things on your own and have fun. And then, whatever, if God blesses you or whatever happens,
And
God sends
then not
someone,
even
or you
that. Not even just that. We came up a certain type of way. Our parents used to tell us we ain't gonna always be here.
right.
So they people be getting worried with certain people's situation because they feel like their spouse is gonna fail if they perish. You know what I'm saying? And you can't worry about that. As long as you know you did the best that you can do and you did your part. Go on, live your life. Go ahead
Mm,
to your other side. And I think a lot of people still around here suffering because they ain't got it right.
mm,
You got to look at that too. I
yeah.
can't. If I would have dwelled on everything that I've been through in my life, being sexually assaulted, being manipulated, being hearing things in my ear that I should have never had, sitting here hearing dream killers, Nobody support you. Nobody uplift you. And even the ones that uplift you, sometimes the ones that wronged you or made you feel some type of way overpower that sometimes to where you got to learn how to get up and put in the work yourself.
Yeah.
I had to stop blaming people.
But you know what, saying you just I'm grateful to God. All the out of all that stuff you just said, look at you. You still remain strong. You remain positive. You pour into people. If you're able to help somebody, you gonna help them. Like, and look at all, and that's just some of the stuff. You know, I
Exactly.
like that's just some. That's just some of the stuff. Like, but it's
Everybody
all
ain't
about just
chosen.
think. Yeah, yeah.
People that say they chosen ain't chosen. And certain stuff I see and I come across in certain conversations I have, girl, I be arguing with that man. I be like, I'm not getting on there saying nothing. I've been seeing what I wanted to see about people all along. But get what? I still will force because even with me having a conversation with you on the phone this morning, I bless you. Not only did I bless you, I blessed the person that I was having the conversation around as well. That person said, you know, when I turned around, I said, yeah. He said, you know that I cried my eyeballs out, turned around because you hit home for me because it's like you was talking to me and it's like that you came out of nowhere.
Wow. And that was an older man that was listening to
Correct.
us
They were
talk when
telling
you
me
would
to
call
pull
me.
up. Correct. They were telling me to pull up and bring them something from the store. And I did that. And by us having the conversation that me and you was having on the phone this
Hmm.
morning, they
Hmm.
overheard that. And I blessed that man in the midst of that. And you talking
Yeah.
about what God won't do. He
Wow.
said he don't need but one or two to use my child to get the message out of saying that this battle ain't over with yet. They thought they did something they ain't did. Then I told you we were ready. I told you we were ready. See, a lot of people think, oh, everybody finna go in they cocoon and they finna cry. They finna think about their past. They finna reflect. No, they telling you how they stand, baby. They telling you how they was chest up, chin out. They telling you everything that did their
Mm.
way. They try to knock them off course. Heavy weight, heavy load, things that was out of their control. People that tried to break them. People that sodomized them. People that took their backs on them. People that left them to the wolves and watched the wolves eat them raven. And they thought that they weren't coming out. See, the problem is with some people, they thought they left certain people for dead. Ooh.
Mm. Mm.
See, sometimes some people he got to wake them up. See, sis. See, they don't even know who all God people is yet. See, they ain't know. They didn't know. See, they thought cause people have a little profanity out their mouth, cause people don't look like the average person or who they thought that they should be. But guess what? He put people in positions. Ah, he
Mm.
put certain people in position to be a generational curse breaker in their family.
Yes. Yep. And that's
And,
what has to start happening. You're
and
right.
sometimes some people that think they chosen don't be the chosen one because you know why, sis? Because you know why, bro? Because you got a lot more work to deal with, baby.
You
See,
do.
you were gonna
Work to do.
self-sabotage it.
Work to
See,
do.
every lesson gonna get a blessing. Trust. Do you not know? Even in the midst of me coming back from out of town when I went 6 hours away, and me still trying to help and pour into people, and he still blessed me with my own. And then, not even that, I told him, thank you, Lord, for blessing me with this, but I want more. I'm finna go do something else. I still don't want to stay here. I just want to stay here to get my peace of mind to understand what you brought me out of. But I see bigger and better. I don't even see myself in my hometown. I ain't gonna even
Mm.
hold you. Cause get
And
what?
then all this stuff
Mm,
on top of that, a lot of people don't know you still gotta be being a mother, and you're dealing with something very heavy, and you
correct.
still showing up for your son,
A lot
being
of
that
people don't know.
mother.
Yeah,
I,
some
I
people
I
don't know.
just I'm really I'm prayerful for you, and I know that you're prayerful for me, and that God's gonna do, he's gonna continue to do make things right. and your son for his situation. Yeah, things, in life we make decisions, some good, some bad, and of course he's got to learn, and God gonna
Correct.
make sure he learn.
The
But
problem with some of we keep saving people. We can't save them all.
and see, this your son, but you want him to learn that he
Mhm.
life like that. He can't
You
live life
can't
like that.
You can't live life out here want to carry Dracos and post them all on social media, want to wear poolside masks and think nobody ain't gonna stereotype you. You can't sit around here and think you don't need no education to get what some of the things that you need in your life. And even if you don't get the education, God will still bless people that didn't even have the tools like some people got.
Yeah,
But guess what?
yeah,
You got to want it. I can't force
yeah,
mama to want it for you, even though I know she want it for you. But you got to know you got to want it for yourself. I have to let people sit in some of the things that they messed up. You got to still, no matter what storm you're going through in your life, you still got to honor your mother and your father or whatever. God gonna deal with them. God gonna
yeah.
deal with them. Cause know how some of us love to holler, oh, I can't stand the family God put me in. Why he had to put me in this dysfunctional family and everybody with chaos, nobody love each
Ooh,
other, nobody don't go to family
ooh,
events,
man.
nobody say, I'm just saying,
You speak, there you go.
girl,
Dang, Sam.
just saying.
Mm. But maybe he did it for a reason. Maybe you need to be the one to be in the family, bring the family back together. Ooh, saying, yeah, that's the word. Yeah, because
That's the
it's
whole
people.
plan.
But we know there's plenty of people and plenty of families like that. Like, why God? Like you said, they ask that question, why God? Like a lot of times in life, people ask question, why God? Why God? Why me for this? Why this happened to me? What
Why not you?
Huh? All right.
Why not you? Why not me challenge you since you say you so faithful? Since you say
Mm.
you know who I am, let me allow this storm to go through and I'm going to see how you going to get out of it this time.
Dang,
Lord, I'm going to
Sam.
keep fighting. I'm going to keep swinging. They're going to have to know if you book and I ain't even got to put my hands on them. I'm going to keep speaking your word over my life and they ain't going to be able to with me. That's what.
Mm.
I understand. I get it. And I still fight. I still have to knock them out the box every time they come with their mess. If they call you on the phone, gossip about somebody that ain't got nothing to do with you, block them out your mess. If they sit and have conversations in the room with you and ain't got nothing to do with you, block them out your mess. If they
That's
come to
it.
your house and always want to leech on you, don't never bring them when they come, block them out your mess. Every time they get with somebody else, they trying to shine on you and they'll look at you like you the outsider, treat them people better than they treat you, knock them out your mess. You get what I'm saying? And it don't matter who it go for. It go for family, friends, significant other, even if it got to be the goddamn church. I'm just saying, if it ain't bringing you peace,
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm fighting for in this season. It has nothing to do with nobody else. This
Mhm.
has everything to do with me.
With you. Yep. And you, yes, saying, and you gonna get it. That's a word. That's right. That's right. Because God, like we was talking, God knows the stuff that you dealing with, and He see you still being strong in the midst of it all.
So when people
So,
try to come and take over, trying to, oh, it's real talk. Let's stand on it. Let's keep our foot on their neck. Nah, this ain't no game for me, sis. This ain't no game for me, bro. It's like I'm out here to fight all my life. And lately, I ain't even have to fight because I've been letting that man fight it. Now we out here to fight all my life. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got a damn bruise to the first.
but you know what? Every person probably has felt like that, dealing with different situations in their life. Like, oh God, here's another trial. Here's
Yeah.
another roadblock. Here's another. You know what I'm saying?
He go one thing to the next.
Yep. What the old folks is always
It's
something. Just wake
always
up.
something.
Just wake
Yeah.
up. But that's why they say just keep on living. You know what I'm
Man, you gotta
saying?
keep on pushing, keep on living. When that man wake you up in the morning, man, you should be excited. You should be excited because get what? He gave you life again. And a lot of people, when I get up in the wee hours of the night, baby, most of the people probably sleep by the time I get up in the wee hours, baby. No, I be getting up because I got the pee in my mind going 1,000 miles per hour. And I have
But
to
you know
slow that
what?
thing
When
down.
and you know what you start doing when you wake up at night and that's going on.
I don't even go to sleep right off the bat.
Go
I
go go
start
just
going
go to a
looking at
quiet to your
scripture
quiet
verses.
place. Go
Yeah,
to your quiet place and just talk to God. And
that's all
just
I
start
do.
praying. That's
I
it.
said, well,
It's your
Lord,
time to
whatever
start
it is,
praying.
take it off me, Lord. I don't want to,
Mm-hmm.
Lord, whatever it is, whatever they talking about, Lord, you handle that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can feel the energy. When you feel energy that's heavy on you, when you walk into rooms and you go certain places, man, and you feel that, man, I just remove myself because I don't want that burden. I don't want that hurt. Lord, if you telling me it's supposed to feel like this, and I got down in here breaking down, walling over the floor at night and wondering why my back hurt, my legs hurt, my mind going 1,000 miles, and now I'm here because I'm in here fighting these demons that's trying to attack me, that's talking about me in silence. That's what you saying. That's what you prepare me for.
Mm. He preparing you for something for sure. And a lot of times, you know what? God telling us that He waking us up at night so we can spend time with Him. Cause we give all the time to work. Most of it working all the time and this and that. But we gotta give time to Him too.
We gonna have
So He
to.
waking you up so you can give Him His time. He deserve, he deserve his time too. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna clear a lot of your mind too. Cause
Exactly.
yes, that's gonna clear a lot of your mind. Cause your
People
mind got
don't
to be stayed.
realize.
That's why he say your mind stayed on him. So you got to keep your mind stayed on him, and it's gonna be all right.
Oh yeah. So today was just all about positive energy, man, to encourage my kings and queens, man, that God got a plan for all of us, man. But if we gonna self-sabotage, just know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? We can always go back and repent. But the people you wrong doing, you can't get mad at them if they forgave you and they don't want to deal with you no more either. You can't be
Yeah,
mad about that
yeah.
either. You gotta
That's
let
why you
people
had to
be
be
who they
careful how
are.
you treat people. You have to be
Yeah.
careful how you treat people. Just
I know everybody
yeah.
got their opinion. I know everybody can say, you want in no rest and you ain't slept on this and you ain't slept on that. Man, there's plenty of time when I first started out here, I was sleeping on the air mattress in my shit when I got all my shit new because my friend last and gave all my stuff away. Plenty of time.
But see, once again, you didn't get, helping other people.
Still helping. Still
Yeah.
help. Even though I knew I needed my stuff, I still gave it. Now I'm in a whole new spot and got to buy new everything over. He said
Mm,
out with the old in with the new. I thought that what he said. Anything bring you some type of mirror or your hurt and your pain, let it go. Throw that shit in the trash. I don't want it. Or you can keep it.
mm.
That's how I looked at it.
Well,
Because
this
you
your
might have
start.
needed more.
You know what? This your start a new year. Start
It's
of
New
a
Year.
start a
He
new
said
year.
start over.
Start
And
over.
now it's relocate. Uh-oh, see, there you go again. There go that relocation again.
You know it's gonna forever be on you because you really don't want to be in Alabama.
Correct.
And so you know what I'm saying? That's why your heart ain't here. And so it's got to be where if your heart ain't in it, like that, if your heart ain't in it, then it ain't in it. Your heart ain't
Exactly.
there. It ain't there. And that's okay. That's okay. Who's to say we don't know what God got in store for you in this
Girl,
in this relocation,
I'm
honey.
going to
It's
tell you a
something
story
big.
what I did when I went to North Carolina. When I first left here, this honest God truth. I ain't had no care in the world who was against it. I ain't gonna hold you. At first, I felt some type of way, but then my mind was so made up about leaving. It was so
Mm,
made up that I allowed people to speak their opinion, but I really didn't care about their opinion because my mind was made up that I was gonna leave anyway. So when I left, I packed what I didn't give away and I put it in the storage. I didn't have a least clue where I was going to stay, what I was going to do, no, none of that. I just knew I had a job when I got there. I
mm,
stayed out of a room for almost a whole month straight when I first got there. And if you could tell me if I can last in North Carolina for 2.5 years, and you talking about what God won't do, and I came with nothing. I stayed in a room for a month to where I got acquainted with some people that got in my life.
Mm.
And I stayed somewhere that guess what happened? I end up, let me tell you how many offers God would make a way. When I tell you God to make a way, because you can build a foundation no matter where you go, baby. I'm gonna tell you like this. When I
Mm.
left out of that room, somebody came to me and said, well, I'm still working there, but I stay here. But I got an apartment and it's fully furnished. Only thing you got to do is give me a certain amount every time you get
And you
paid,
can stay.
and you can stay there. I ain't had to buy nothing. And I'm talking about bad too. It was nice. It was nice.
Mm.
And then walked up out of the door with security code and all that. I was bougie, bitch. I was that bitch. I thought I was that bitch. Yeah. Oh, I gotta unlock the door with a security code. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. That was something new to me. I gotta unlock the
Yeah.
door with. I gotta push the numbers in order to unlock that bitch. Oh, okay. That we go. Then go in that bitch. It's nice. You can't get mad at somebody because they like nice things and they like to be comfortable.
Yeah. Especially if they can afford it. And hey,
So,
even if they can't, you can't tell nobody else what to do with their money. That's what people. Hey, do what you
so
do.
I want to give. So today, before I get off here, I want to give the people they flowers that helped me, even though they didn't know what I was going through. But guess what? I told that person. I told that same person, I got too much going on. I got too much on my mind. Let me go and give you your flowers, Cordell. See, a lot of people thought I just went down there chasing a man. It wasn't even about that man. That man told me one day he was here. I got to tell this testimony, Lord, because somebody need to hear this. Let me tell you what that man did for me. That man said, you want to change for real? I said, where you at? He said, I'm in North Carolina. I'm the CEO now of this hospital.
Wow.
I said, for real? He said, yeah. He told me one day I'm going to open my own clothing line. And I want you to model and I want you to, walk the stage once I get it together. I ain't talked to this man. He ain't been at that job a whole 5 years. I never forget it. That was way in 2000, I think, like 2014, 2016. And that man said, I'll help you. I left. That man had me a job. I had got a job in a position that I knew I even didn't qualify for. Do you hear me?
Wow. See,
I
God,
got,
look, God.
Lord God. Oh, I got in a job that I wouldn't even qualify for. But guess what? I sat there and paid attention and took the notes and used that to my advantage and worked that job for a whole 2.5 years, even when that person had left me there.
Mm.
And then after that, when the person came back to me, another person came to me. I heard you was looking for a room. I need the extra help around the house. It'll be good if I get the money. So I talked it upon my friend that let me stay there. He was like, shit, maybe that's a good idea or whatever. Do that. And guess what that lady wanted? I never forget it. That lady, that's Kendra. She said, you ain't got to pay me but $500 a month.
Mm.
They say, you paying $500 for a room a month. You got to forget, babe. I'm always used to my own. So it was no problem with me seeing that the help that I was giving to other people, it was given back to me. So I had to see in that
Mm.
spiritual form that everything that I said that I did for other people and I brought other people out, let me show you that I can still bring you out in the midst of you dropping everything that's going to be a distraction from you to keep your eyes on me, to understand who I am as God, to be obedient as my daughter, and said that you endured enough. And when he said enough is enough,
Mm.
what's finna happen?
Wow. He
And guess
finna.
what?
Wow.
And guess what? Even though I left that spot, I came back to help with my mother because she had got ill. I came back to make sure my son was good with me having a surgery on my own and didn't go. I put it out since March. And still, after I had my surgery, after my 6 weeks was up out of my surgery, I still went and applied for a job online and got that job as soon as I walked in the door here. That's why
Wow.
I'm a care manager as we speak now.
And look at all that stuff. You done had surgery yourself. You came back to Alabama. Your mom was sick. Your son,
Then
they
her
didn't know what
husband
you
gets
did.
sick in the mix.
It is, yeah.
She gets sick and made it out, was on her bed, could have left here once or twice. Him having a stroke and a seizure at the same time while I'm in there sitting in a chair. And you tell me what
Mm.
God won't do. See, God put you in positions to be there
Yeah.
because nobody
And
else
you
went there.
you be there for your family.
My daughter called me the way you had to call 911 on the phone. But guess what? It still worked in our favor. And even in the midst of this, that same person that I'm talking about don't got no bad blood, can still go. That ain't the question. It's about if I'm ready to go on back and move around. You feel me?
Mm.
This ain't got
Yeah.
nothing to do with man or woman. This for me.
Yeah.
Because I progress better without all the distraction. A word
Mm.
about he say, she say, they say, the naysayers.
Yeah.
I don't care nothing about that no
Yeah.
more, see? Because y'all done already did enough for me that whatever you do, it ain't nothing that I ain't seen before. It ain't nothing that I ain't seen under the sun. Now I already know what move I need to make. This ain't checkers, this chess. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So today was a good lesson for me today. So if you mad, take it up with your mammy. Because this is my truth. We ain't
Yeah.
with all that chaos. We ain't
Mm.
going with all that back and forth. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Admit you're wrong. Stand in your own truth. Stop telling everybody and painting narratives about somebody else's truth. So what is it, your truth, that you're trying to heal from? Instead of trying to expose everybody else from their truth and what they did and pointing the fingers at Sally Sue, Mary, Lisa, Bob, and Arthur. Then what about you? What you did?
Yep.
You don't need to be talking to the people. You need to be on your knees praying to God and asking God to forgive you. Because we still can repent. Even though we made some choices in our life and stuff like that, we still can get it right now. He ain't tell you
Oh
you
yeah.
can't get it right. Because some people
Mm-hmm.
learn fortunately later than others. Sometimes some
Mm-hmm.
people don't get right until they in their big old age. Some people just
Right.
learn faster than others. See, some people that you thought that they had God on their side, God was with them the whole time. So at the end of the day, he made people become that window of showing them grace.
Yeah.
Because I think he showed me a lot of it because I know I wasn't the best of the best.
Girl, it's not, he has showed a lot of us nothing but grace.
And we
If it
wind up
wasn't for
still
grace,
mad.
we wouldn't be here. If it wasn't
Okay?
for his grace, we wouldn't be here. We would not be here.
So I'm
So I
thankful.
just yes, thank you. Better be. I know I am, and you ain't got no reason but to be thankful when you look at all the stuff you done stood in the ring and fought like a
Well,
heavyweight champion.
hell, hell, I done goddamn swerved on people like a speed bump, baby. I thought they were bumping cars around this bitch. I know I did some dumb shit, but you know. You know,
Yeah.
when I came, I touched down cause hell, it wasn't no getting no lick from me and think you were gonna get away. Some were gonna have to show red meat. I saw blood. I did. But I had to tell God to work on me with that because my parents used to say, girl, you don't stop, you're gonna end up somebody gonna do something to you because you're so quick to get mad and do stuff. You're right, but they're gonna have to get me first. You get what I'm saying? Before I get them, if you gonna start it. But I have learned that I can't be like that. I got to not,
Yeah.
because I had a thing to put my hands on people when they made me mad. And I had to
Oh
work
yeah.
on it. Lord, I had to work on me. You know I did that shit. Don't even sit here sugarcoat. I did. I
I
did.
know.
I did.
I know.
I went to jail for about 1 or 2 times, and then it had to show me that I ain't like jail. Yo, it didn't. It did me. Yo, I done went to jail for tickets and stuff like that. Yo, I did. I almost went to prison for 5 years, got there for some stuff that somebody else got and they ain't want to pay for it, and he fell on me. Yo, I did. So everything people be want to dig up on me, you can't say it, you ain't heard it from the horse's mouth.
Mm. Mm-mm.
So I'm thankful for change. I'm thankful for growth. I'm
Yes.
thankful for
Yes.
elevation. I'm thanking you for
Mm-hmm.
every trials and tribulation you put me through, Lord, because we built different. We built different. They don't like it. Ooh, they don't like it. We stand for
Yeah.
something. It's big pressure on
Yeah.
here. Because if you don't stand for something, you can't
You'll
expect
fall for
nobody else to
anything.
stand for you.
You'll fall for anything
You'll
if you
fall
don't
for
stand for it.
anything. And that's what the economy and all this stuff doing to people around here now. You
And
just
girl,
only
yeah, that's what it should be
chosen
teaching
ones.
people. That's what it should be teaching
Yep.
people. That is what it should be teaching people. I mean,
Everybody ain't been built for to go through the storm.
mm,
Everybody ain't no fighter with they scared ass. They gotta get somebody to help them do it. You know how you ever been in a room with a group of people and everybody around there, amen, and you for some shit that you know you don't supposed to be saying out your mouth.
mm,
Boy, ain't nothing like a crowd
mm.
when you speaking ill will over somebody else's life. Do you not know you're gonna condemn yourself?
Yep.
Do you not know you're gonna get more than if you got health issues or anything that you'll be more than you shooting yourself up with insulin. It'll be more than you struggling to get out that bed. Baby, you got to think about it when you put your mouth on God's children and you already know you're going through something. It didn't break you, make you, define you for who you are. Keep going. Let them talk. Let them. And some people get mad because you got receipts. And sometimes some people feel like because they got receipts, that's enough. They think they won the battle because they got receipts. No, you didn't win the battle because you got no receipt. What about them receipts God got on your ass? Them long receipts of your wrongdoing, what you did that outweighed what I did. Have you ever thought about it like that?
But ain't none of us being able to judge and weigh in on nobody's sin. That's what people got to
Correct.
stop doing. Yeah. You ain't the judge or jury of nobody.
I
And
can't
what
I can't
nobody
crucify
do.
you, baby. I can only tell you.
Mm-mm. That's it.
And everybody ain't gonna wish you well, and everybody ain't meaning you good, and everybody you ain't gotta worry about following in their footsteps. Cause you know how
Mm-mm.
some mom used to be back in the day. I want to be like my OG. I want to be like my auntie. I want to be like my grandma. I want to be like this. No, I want to be my own unique person and let me flourish the way God want me to be.
I think people should, start saying, because people, our grandparents who we loved and adored and were wonderful grandparents. I could say, yeah, it's a lot of attributes that I like to have of my grandmother because she was a
Yeah,
wonderful soul. But you can't. I mean, we're two different people. We were two,
correct.
So just live. You gotta live in your own truth. Make sure you live in how you supposed to be living, and what I'm saying, treating people right. And
And
look, we
that's the
on
truth.
this, and we, what I'm saying, I wish we would have did this in the beginning of the year, but it's February. We still in the beginning. We in February. And then look at it being Black History Month, and then just two
And
black
all this
women.
foolishness.
Yeah, but two black women that's talking and really talking about things to change things and good positive things. We ain't on
It's all
no.
about change.
Yes, not no on no get no crazy stuff. Like
Yeah.
this is like real for real. Like
Stuff like that everybody going through in their life. Baby, I'm trying to get away from that. I'm trying to bypass them stages. Them stages been over with, baby. I'm finna be 40 years old in a little while, close to 40. I'm been over them stages, baby. Them stages, if it been going on damn near almost 40 years, get away. It ain't changing. It ain't gonna change. They gonna still do it, and you gotta protect your soul and your peace. You got to do it.
yep.
These are the people. That's why he tell you, don't become of the world. This
Mm.
was the warning. We thinking
Mm.
that people harming us by injuring us. No, the harm is by filling your brain up with things that shouldn't be even have stored there.
Right. Right.
What's in
Yeah.
here? Because your mind will play tricks on you. Now it'll make you predict some things and make it come to pass because you're thinking about it and you're speaking about it. See, but that hard ain't gonna tell you no different. See, because sometimes we got a soft spot for certain people that mistreating us some type of way because we think wrongdoing or how somebody's supposed to treat us. That's the way that they love us. But love don't supposed to hurt that
Mm.
and that. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Ooh.
Love don't supposed to hurt that bad. Have you ever got somebody in your life that it hurt you to the core, that you lost them, that you felt like that why you didn't take me with them?
Who?
Uh,
I'm saying, who was that person for you?
who is that person for me that I loved enough to care to leave here? No damn body.
Mm.
Lord forgive me, but I'm telling the truth. Cause I I have love for people. I done love the person. I had love for
No,
them,
you can
but when
say
they
you can say
passed,
you can say it's somebody, your children. Your children.
what?
You love them that much.
I love them, but I ain't ready to die yet,
Well, I'm
and I
saying
don't
those are the
want
only
them.
people that you feel that you know that strongly about. Yeah.
I mean, to be
Yeah.
honest with you, my kids, I love them to the moon and back. Do you not understand? I will go to war
Mhm.
for them children,
Mhm.
but at the same time, I have interpret things different when it comes to that. Because sometimes, parents be wanting to perish before they kids, and sometimes it don't happen that way. You get what I'm saying? And yes, before it's one of my kids, I will want him to lay me down before it's one of my kids
Mhm.
because I live
Yep.
my life. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I live my life. I want them to see what I saw. You know what I'm saying? Even in the
Mhm.
years that I spent, because that'll be selfish of me to say, no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I want them to live their life. That's why I'm molding them to be the best that they can be, to be
Mm.
all that they can be, and knowing that they put in the work and they ain't throwing the towel. Don't you know
Yep.
how proud I'll be?
Yeah, because can we say this? I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna end because my phone about to be. But what you just said, that's what I want to end on. Because you throw in the towel. It's so easy to
So easy.
throw in that towel. It's so when you broke, when somebody that hurt you, when you I don't know. Sometimes you think back on life and like why this and why that. It's so easy, or you not be where you want to be, or whatever. And it's so easy to just throw that towel in. Or some people then lost. I mean, I can go on and on. Some people then lost loved ones. That they feel like I was telling you that they would be, devastated, lost without, and all the, and it was so easy for they could have threw in the towel, but you can't. You
Yep.
can't. I don't care what you just can't.
Because you got so
Whether
many
I
lost
don't know
people
what it
in the
is that's
world.
going that keep you going. If it hopefully it should be God, God's words and
Hmm.
his grace, his mercy should keep you going. But I don't care what it is that keeps you going. It's something that's got to keep you going. For me, it has always been my son. That is what's always kept me going. It's kept me strong. It's
Yeah.
kept me
Like a lot of people don't
resilient.
realize why I got through some of them storms, man. It was because my children. It was
Right.
because of my kids.
Right.
So a lot of people be like, well, how you can say that when you put your son out and his this that cause it don't take the love that I had for him. It's to take that I'm not gonna tolerate the disrespect from him or nobody, nigga. I birthed you.
Mhm.
I ain't got you
Right.
outdoors. You ain't hungry. You ain't sleeping on the floor. You ain't had to do without. No, none of that. So me, nigga, to give you that, it was a reward to give you that. It was a privilege for me to give you that. But I'm not
And for the ones
entitled.
that don't respect their mama, like the
They
Bible,
ain't gonna
another
live
thing back to the
long.
word. So
So
how
how
he
can you
putting
show
it,
me
he gonna
grace?
say it.
Correct. I don't give a damn what
Mm-hmm.
my mom and my daddy did to me or this my stuff. I'm not gonna. I ain't that disrespect. I know how far to go. I know
Mm-hmm.
that if I'm in a harmless situation, I'm not to get the fuck on. I ain't got to sit there and deal with it. But overall, thank God he still put me in a position of family and friends that love me for me.
Mm-hmm.
I
Amen.
thank
Yeah.
God that I ain't had to go through some of that stuff that certain people went through. We ain't had the best of shoes and stuff and all that when we was coming up or whatever. But she did what she had to do. And we ain't had to worry about nobody talking about us and doing this and do that. Cause we used to joke our ass off. We didn't want to joke. We used to joke like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna embarrass me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Me being pregnant at a young age at 15 years old, shit, I got a job with a work permit. A lot of people didn't even know shit. I was going to work. Shit, I help my mama help me, help you. Shit, that
That is where we met at. I got a work permit when I started working. I was working at the
am I
age of
lying? Am I
yeah,
lying
15
though?
years old. Dairy Queen. We but
Am
Dairy
I lying?
Queen. Yeah, that is where we met.
Shit. So don't say what our parents let us do. Shit. When I couldn't get the money, my mom didn't want to afford them goddamn J's and little skirts and hairdos I want. Shit, I learned how to do my own hair. Hell, I got a job, made sure I bought every goddamn J's I wanted, made sure my baby had Pampers, made sure my mama had a little chain, made sure when she dropped me off at work, I put gas in the car. Shit, when I got there, I was meet and greet friends. Shit, they stayed in my neighborhood. Hell, I used to go home with the boss. I used to get dropped off at home with the boss because the boss stayed right across the street from me.
But see, all that stuff is just shows your
It's
resilience. It
grace.
shows
It's
like
grace.
how strong we are as I mean, it's just that's what it shows. Like it's something that like it's not on you. It's got to be in you. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? It's got to be in you.
You know,
Um,
if I could, excuse me, don't mean to cut you off, but if I come up from a family of 7 and I get pregnant at a young age, that's putting on another responsibility on
ability.
somebody
Yep.
else. So I felt that I supposed to help because that was one of my mistakes that I went out here and did. But never me would say one of my kids was a mistake. My children was my blessing for me to
Listen.
come up out these
Yep.
goddamn streets for it, spit me up and spit me out.
Right.
For
Right.
have me looking like I'm 40 years old already and I ain't goddamn 40. Because compared to me, I look like a goddamn 25-year-old and a 25-year-old look like my age. That I supposed to look like that what they said. What you mad because I ain't got no bags under my eyes? You mad because you can't pick out no flower? I do got a little mustache. I need to west it, but I be scared to west because it look like it's gonna grow back a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I
So
don't worry
thankful.
about what the next woman got or the next man got. If I ain't got it, that means it wasn't meant for me to have it in this season. But if he give it
Right.
to me, I'm gonna try to hold on as long as I can with that. And a lot of people, we get on these jobs and get in places, we get to settling, and that's how we fuck ourselves over when we settle.
Yep.
And I ain't settling
Yeah.
because I ain't going.
Oh, right. Well, I love you, boo. I done loved our conversation. Like
Well,
I'm praying that it's a blessing to somebody who watches it. Who I don't know, because it's a lot of women out there. They don't have a lot of female friends, and in this day and
they
age, I
don't.
get it. I get why. I get it. So
Me too.
maybe it could be a young girl out there, like you said. You had your child you had a child at 15 years old. It could be I had my son at 18 years old. It could be a young girl out there that you know what I'm saying, maybe going whatever. I want this to touch and bless somebody
Yeah.
that's looking for that you know what I'm saying, that need to
It ain't
hear
it. That ain't
women
no way.
speak to
If
each other
I can
like
do it,
this.
you can do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
mean to tell me from a woman that had a kid at 15 years old at my big age now, and I'm 39 and I made it to where I raised them, I got my children together, they 21 and 23 years old now. You ain't gonna be able to stop me.
Mm-hmm.
You can't stop me
That's right. And
because
I
I
had
know.
mine at 8. I had my son at 8 years old. He is 19 years old. And I'm glad God
Cause
blessed
some
me with
people,
the most
yeah,
amazing child.
cause some people use
The
your
most
past
amazing.
against you. They use their
Yes,
past against
yes,
you. So what
yes.
I'm gonna say, like you just said, I'm a pity pack based off what you said before we end this live or whatever. But I encourage my sisters and my brothers. This don't matter what age it is, y'all. Pray for God it don't. Whatever storm you going through, whatever you desire, or whatever dreams you make, don't let nobody come around you be a dream killer. Because I think that's where a lot of people going wrong at because it's too many people that been in their presence that dim their light. Ooh, I don't even know why I just said that, but okay. But it's too many people that dim their light and criticize what they see their vision of how they want their life to go. And once you see your vision of where you want your life to go and you interpret knowing who you is, and you know what your assignment is, and you know what your purpose is, man, keep doing what you do. I'm here to tell
Yeah.
you I'm proud of you. Keep going. Don't quit. Don't throw
Yes.
in the towel.
Yes.
Don't be tricked to certain people conversations and listen to certain chaos because it's only a distraction. It's to
Hmm.
knock you off from what. Have you ever been somewhere? I mean, thought about something, then when you come back to it, you be like, damn, what I was just thinking about.
Right.
Or what I supposed to
Lost
be doing.
lost your whole train of thought.
Lose your
Distraction.
whole train of
But you
thought.
know, most of the time it was a distraction that
Correct.
caused you to lose your whole train of thought.
So
It just threw you way off. It was a distraction.
correct.
It was a
So now,
distraction. So
what level we on? Don't keep the focus. Don't worry
you know
about it.
what I just
Keep
you
the
know what I
focus.
just thought about? You know what I just thought about? Maybe this
What?
gonna be our minimize the distractions. Ooh.
I like that. Minimize the distraction. Remove it. If it's the distraction, remove it.
We gotta minimize the distractions in life. We gotta minimize the distractions in
Because
life. So
some
yeah,
of us too fast, some of us all over the place.
yeah, yeah.
But
True.
we got to get up off here, y'all. I've been sitting in this
Yes,
car for a while. I enjoyed y'all that came on. Thank you for the lights. Thank you. I see y'all out there. But this just was for an encouragement for us today in this sun. Because y'all go outside, go to the damn park. It feel good outside. It do. It do feel good out here today. I ain't gonna
yes.
hold you. It
I'm
feel good
outside.
out here today.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Let
sis,
some sunlight hit that
I
melanin.
need you
Let that
to get
sunlight
up
hit.
and
Yeah.
comb your hair. Put your little outfit on, even if you don't go to the store and back, or to the park, whatever. Do what you gotta do. See, cause y'all talking about me with my bunny, baby, but when I take it off and snip these little edges back down and fix this little lace front, baby, I'm gonna eat on y'all. Okay, I promise you. So I'm take me for who I am. Take me as I am. But I appreciate you, sis. It was just to get
Yes.
on here to encourage my kings and queens. It was for
Yes.
all ages, man. Keep going. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care what they talking about in the whispers or what you did, how you did, or what you shouldn't have did, why you did it, and all that. Let that go. If you know you ain't been doing nothing but being genuine to people in this season, and that's all you know that you done did, keep it like that. You
Right.
don't owe nobody no explanation. You don't owe nobody nothing. You ain't got to explain yourself about nothing. No, none of that, because the proof is in the pudding. Because God uses the people that you think ain't worth
Can't
it.
be used. Can't be used. Ooh.
So we gonna end on that note. So
All
it
right,
was your
girl.
girl with the real talk with my sissy poo, with my besties for over 30 years, period.
Since Dairy
And we
Queen, baby.
can pick up right where we left off at. Every
Mm-hmm.
time we get on the phone and have a conversation, because you
Yep.
know why? That's a real friend, because that real friend gonna wish you well and gonna be there regardless of what's storm through your good and through your bad and to your in between and when you up there. And if they still there and they pulling you up and telling you to get up right with them, even when they feel like you down too long, get the hell up. Get out of them bad relationships. Get out of them bad marriages that ain't benefiting you
Mm.
none. I'm saying
Mm.
benefiting you none with your heart, and you knowing that in your heart that a person doing you wrong and treating you a certain type of way. Stop holding on to these dead weights of people that been in your life 10 to 20 years, 15 years, 14 years, 3 years, and they constantly bring you down with them because they get to their big age because they continue. They don't want
Complacent.
change.
Complacent. They done got complacent.
Correct. So
Mm-hmm.
if the people out there mad about that, oh well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do to you. Two fingers swinging, and I'm gonna give you the middle finger. And I ain't even gotta say it because I said what I said.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have a good rest of our Saturday because we big blessed. We ain't little blessed. We the big ones.
Right. That part.
See you later.
That part. Bye, girl.
All right.
All right.